Hey everyone, welcome back to another battle report. This time it's some Canadians again versus my Soviets. We're playing 1250 points, point defense. Nothing special on this one. So the Canadians, he painted up the Grenadiers, so he made room for them. But other than that, is pretty dialed in force. Then on to my list, I kind of bounced around a little bit here. Did the just swarming them bodies just go around just a bunch of regular infantry, some terrors. Did bring out the T-34 ZP. Yeah, just and the light mortar. They've been collecting some dust, so decided to give them a go. Right. So onto the setup. So we treated everything pretty much as ruins, based on the point to point the line. So diagonal, like in this case here to here, was treated as that was the ruins area. But yeah, pretty much either. So these were all the roads, and then yeah, everything else was hardcover pretty much. So onto he decided to be the defender. So yeah, he set up here with one objective, two, and then the third back up here. Brings us to one. So yeah, jumping forward. So yeah, I didn't get the preliminary bombardment and all, and you can see the big stompy hiding out here. So yeah, I'm just running everything up. The idea, at least my plan, was to the howitzer light mortar come up, just bombard this position, and then keep the squad kind of moving up as pressure, and then hit the left and right flank pretty hard. The idea the terrorists were going to come up here, being quick, zip around, and the rest of my blob of infantry going up on the right. So as you can see here, the blob starting to come on the board, and the scout car just kind of lending some support here. Same with the sniper. On the left flank, so you see the big stompy kind of poking his head out, and he's shooting up a bunch of stuff. Pretty much anything you can see just at this range. And then, yeah, this is more you see the full blob coming in. And, yep, to that point, so you see my fast stuff over here. Initially, my plan was to run the tank up this way and then kind of keep them as cover and cover as much as I can in between, using the building on one side, tank on the other, run up. But big stomp here kind of stopped that a little bit. On to two. So yeah. Oh, yeah. So the artillery spotter called in and just right out the gate hit and sprinkled a bunch of pins, so kind of messed up that plan. Although I can't be too upset because last time I believe it either didn't hit we played or it like I got the pick. So either way, this is the dice evening out. He brings in his little stomping. So yeah, this got me a little bit worried because this is really good at chomping through my guys back here. And yeah, take a shot. So I come up, try to fire the T-34 ZP, and of course I miss. So yeah, I keep hearing how good this thing can be. In my experience, it hasn't. I mean, it looks cool, so I keep I keep trying, but it just hasn't done anything yet for me. But to balance out the luck though, so I pull up the scout car here. We have the opening in the window, so even with the moving hard cover, I was able to drop the heavy machine gun on the walker here, and I was able to immobilize it. So that really helped out on my right flank. And not to be outdone, so Big Stompy comes out and promptly just smokes, which I gotta be, he had his chance to actually to stop this, so it's kind of his fault. Yeah, and then to more the ram kangaroos coming in with the grenadiers now that the the threat has been taken care of. Yeah, so just the blob of guys coming in. Yeah, it just looks cool. Yeah, on to three. So yeah, you got the his robots coming in, just laying down some fire, and the bazooka. So you notice I'm missing a scout car here. So he came in, since he doesn't have any other vehicles to shoot at, since he just smoked my tank. So Bazooka comes in here, takes a shot, and yeah, my scout car just flies off to the other side of the board, being as he was on a road. So I passed my reaction and just ran as far as I could. But yeah, other than that, just the robots coming in and just we're just moving on up. So yeah, I snapped two. The horde just pushes forward, and through SMG shots and LMGs, we just pull, take out the two robots. So that was good. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm doing pretty good at this point. Clear objective. Yeah, there's some guys here, but yeah, my goal is to send the inexperienced squad up. Move up, engage, be in the front, reinforce squad with the Patriot teams, come through the back, and just kind of hunker down and at least lock in this objective, and then focus on pushing left and maybe the middle, depending on how his robot goes, or the Merlin. So yeah, right now I'm feeling pretty good. And to help to dial that back in. So I tried to Merlin moved here, activates fires. I tried to pass his reaction, backed up, and still was smoked. So yeah, Merlin's are earning his keep this go around. Yeah, and you see that I'm kind of maneuvering. You see him a little bit here. You don't see the smaller squad; they're hiding back here. So yeah, I'm just maneuvering at this point. And I was able to get these guys ranged in with a mortar, and of course he pops him out to stop that. Brings us to 4. So yeah, notice a lot of dead. So yeah, we were running and gunning. All his whole army and everything was able to fire into the inexperienced squad, reduce them down, and so yeah, I don't have as much human cover as I was planning on, but if nothing else, it was drawing fire from my regular guys, so I'll take it. And like I mentioned before, so you see them kind of sneaking up. His squad jumped back into the cover, but I'm laying down fire on them. Yeah, just the mortar and everything in position, just raining shots on them. Grenadiers are coming out to start countering my stuff, but yeah, with Merlin here being able to, if I come around the corner or do anything, he's going to light into him with all his like HMGs, MMGs, and stuff. So I have to be careful with how I move these guys because of him. So yeah, so I'm running them in. This was on ambush, so able to put a pin on them, but thankfully I don't believe anybody died. And I'm sneaking closer to the objective. So on to 5. So yeah, things turned pretty. Oh yeah, you go. Hey, there's a lot of pins. What happened? So funny thing, that's a mobilized walker here. He was facing the proper way, so he just turned and flamethrowed. Since it was like left, I think the flamethrower was left front arc or something to that effect. So yeah, he's he was just turned. He was in the left and cooked him. So I went from doing pretty good, bunch of seats, 3 pins here, everything, to poof. you know. Yeah, yeah. So that things kind of changed pretty quick here. And then with that, he was able to move his grenadiers and vehicle up, blocked off that objective, and of course these guys are just two individuals, and one being inexperienced. So yeah, turned to be a Canadian win. So yeah, went from feeling pretty good to not. So yeah, the flamethrower thing could have been avoided. He was barely within 6 inches. So if one of these things of bad play on my part, good play on his, I could have very easily avoided this if I just moved him back this way. He wouldn't have been able to cook him, and yeah, I would have been able to rally, and I would have had at least this objective. But coulda, woulda, shouldas. I didn't, and I wasn't nearly aggressive enough with the terrors on the left flank, so he was able to contest that objective. So good play to him. Ended up being a Canadian win. He controlled all 3 objectives. I did lose 4 units to his 2. Yeah, the 2 vehicles being taken out by the Merlin or the robot guy, and the one through my silly play, and then one just from it's the free squad, so I'm a little more reckless with them. But yeah, all in all, a really good game, good opponent. I'm liking. He's getting some new units painted up. And so we're mixing up our forces a little bit, so that's been cool. But yeah, all around a good time. So thanks for watching. Bye.